best questions are the ones that create the most uncertainty. If no one is willing to step into the unknown, how could we possibly come up with anything different? Bo Lotto, the creator of the Lotto Lab, which is a hybrid art and science lab in the UK, wants to point out that everyone can make these questions, and that anyone can be a scientist if they truly put their mind to it. Lotto says that the best way to create uncertainty is to play, because play is one of the only areas where people consider uncertainty a good thing. If we treat science experiments like they're a game, then it makes more science a way of life. And approaching science in this way makes it easier for people to appreciate science and want to continue learning about science. To prove this, he went to a class of 8 to 10-year-old students, and he wanted them to complete their own scientific study to see if anyone could truly be a scientist, even 8 to 10-year-old kids. He wanted them to come up with their own question that they were going to research, and after narrowing it down without any help or prompting from him, they came up with, do bees think like humans? And on their own, they created a new, creative, researchable question that is relevant to science today. They spent 4 months researching this project, and they arranged flowers into different patterns, and they gave rewards to bees for following certain patterns. Like they got food if they went to blue flowers, only if they were surrounded by yellow. Because they wanted to see if bees were smart enough to figure out which way they could get food. And after they were finished and recorded research, Lotto typed up their scientific paper, but he only typed what the kids told him. So he has an entire scientific paper written like 8 to 10-year-olds wrote it, with figures drawn in crayons. And he wanted to get this published, but he had a hard time because many publishers said it didn't meet the quality standard required for their publication. But Lotto was determined. He's like, we're going to get this published. We're going to see this through till the end. And so he sent out this paper to a whole bunch of scientists to see what they had to say about the study, and he got back remarkable feedback. They said it was new, inspiring, creative, wonderful. And so these scientists wrote commentary about the article and sent it back to Lotto so he could include it with the original paper so that publishers would consider it. It took 2 years, but finally Biology Letters agreed to publish this paper, and since then it's the second most downloaded article on the website, and it's remained free to anyone who wants to read it, and it's going to be free forever. And this class of 8 to 10-year-old students became the youngest published scientists ever. And this just proves that anyone can be a scientist. Besides Lotto, no one really thought that this class would be able to accomplish anything. Even their teacher was doubtful that anything good would come out of this experiment. And since there's so low expectations for students these days, it's important for us to step into uncertainty to figure out what students are actually capable of doing. And it's our job as teachers to have faith in our students that we can come up with something new, that we can create better things. We need to step into uncertainty and actually see what students are capable of. And it's our duty to have faith that students can accomplish new things and not be limited to our past expectations. As said before, the best questions are the ones that create the most uncertainty. We need to step into uncertainty so we can come up with new ideas for ourselves and help our future students come up with new things for themselves. Just imagine what we could accomplish if everyone stepped into the unknown and didn't worry about doing things wrong, didn't worry about failing, and then just worked at trying to make the world a